Do you believe that each of us carries a hidden miracle that can make the world brighter and warmer? Let us meet old Scrooge, a man who once busied himself with numbers and glittering gold coins. For a long time, he unknowingly locked away his own warmth behind closed doors, believing that only material wealth could bring him security. Yet on a magical Christmas night, a wondrous journey of inner discovery began. Scrooge was taken back to the joyful memories of his childhood, when he was once a boy full of love and hope. He realized that his heart had always been warm, always longing for connection. Then he witnessed the happy smiles of people around him as they cared for and supported one another, even when life was full of challenges. In that moment, Scrooge understood a priceless truth. True happiness does not lie in what we possess, but in what we give. After this soulful journey, Scrooge awoke with a radiant spirit. He realized that he still had many beautiful opportunities to create joy. He opened his heart, offering unexpected gifts, sincere wishes, and wholehearted kindness to others. Scrooge did not merely become a compassionate man. He discovered the greatest happiness of his life, being loved and cherished. Every act of kindness you share today is a musical note in the world's song of happiness. Let us shine our heart's light.
Kids, today let's visit the garden of a little novice monk and his master. On a beautiful summer day, the young novice wanted to sow seeds so the garden would become greener and cooler. The master smiled gently and told him to wait for the right moment. When the seeds were finally scattered on the soil, a soft, refreshing breeze blew through and carried some of them away. The novice grew worried, but the master said kindly, "It's all right, my child. The wind is helping us select the strongest seeds." A little later, small birds fluttered down and pecked at a few seeds.
Go on, get out of here!
The novice hurried to wave them away, but the master laughed softly. "Let the birds eat, my child. We have plenty of seeds, and sharing brings joy." That night, a heavy rain poured down, soaking the garden. Water flowed gently, washing even more seeds away. The novice became anxious again, but the master remained calm. The rain is simply helping the seeds travel farther to places where they can grow, he said. And then something wonderful happened. After just a few days, the entire garden, even the farthest corners, was covered in fresh green sprouts. The novice shouted with delight as he saw seedlings growing everywhere. He finally understood that the sun, the wind, the rain, and even the birds had all been working together, each in their own way, to make the garden more beautiful.
Children, have you ever seen a whole class gather to criticize a friend just because that friend made a mistake? Today, let's listen to the story, The Stone and Forgiveness, to learn what Jesus wanted to teach us. Long ago, in a certain city, a noisy crowd surrounded a young woman. Everyone was angry, holding large stones in their hands, ready to throw them at her because she had committed a serious mistake. The poor girl could only bow her head and cry in fear. Just then, Jesus passed by. He did not join the crowd, nor did he shout or scold them. Instead, he gently stepped forward, stood protectively beside the girl, and asked the furious crowd a very unusual question.
Let the one among you who has never made a mistake throw the first stone.
Hearing these words, the crowd suddenly fell completely silent. Each person began to reflect on themselves. Some remembered times they lied, others recalled moments of laziness. Everyone realized that no one was perfect. One by one, they quietly dropped the stones from their hands and slowly walked away. In the end, only Jesus and the girl remained. Jesus smiled kindly and said,
I will not punish you either. Go and sin no more.
And from this day forward, live a good and honest life. Deeply moved, the girl changed her life, and from that day forward, she became one of the kindest women in the land.
Dear children, every parent loves their child and wants to protect them. But is keeping a child sheltered at home forever really the best way? Today, let's listen to the story, The Boy and the Brave Lion. Long ago, there was a skilled hunter who had a lovely young son. Because he loved his child so deeply and feared the dangers of the deep forest, the father built a beautiful room high above the ground, completely separated from the earth, so his son would be perfectly safe. Inside the room, he painted hundreds of colorful animals on the walls to keep the boy entertained. The boy grew up in that room, keeping company with the paintings. Among them all, his favorite was a picture of a lion with a golden mane and bright, shining eyes. Every day, the boy would place his hand on the wall and whisper to his painted friend,
Hello, lion. You look so strong and majestic. Out there, you must be free to run and play, don't you? I wish I had strong legs like yours, so I could explore this beautiful forest with my father.
He felt no anger or sadness. Instead, he learned strength from the lion's proud presence. Just then, the father, standing outside, overheard his son's words. He suddenly realized the truth. Loving a child is not about overprotecting them, but about helping them grow strong and capable. The very next day, the father threw open the door, letting warm golden sunlight flood the room. He took his son's hand, led him down to the ground, and taught him the skills of a true hunter.
Straighten your back, boy. You can do it. Pull it back just like that, and release. Wow.
I hit the target!
You certainly did. Great shot.
The boy was overjoyed. From that day on, he grew into a brave, confident young man who explored the world freely, no longer hiding timidly inside a closed room.
Do you believe in things you can't see, like Wi-Fi signals, electricity, or even the air around us? Today, let's explore an intriguing story called The Dark Room to reflect on this thought-provoking question. The story tells of a very intelligent young princess from India. One day, she asked her spiritual teacher,
Master, people talk about miracles, but I haven't seen them, so how can I believe them?
Instead of giving a long explanation, the teacher smiled and led the princess into a pitch-dark room, turning off all the lights. He said,
There's a hammer in that corner, go find it!
I'm trying to see, but it's too dark. But it's too dark. Master, I give up. There's nothing in here.
At that moment, the teacher gently lit a candle. As the light spread through the room, there it was, the hammer, resting exactly where he had said it would be. The teacher calmly explained,
What you cannot see in the darkness does not mean it does not exist. You just need a little light.
Dear friends, life is much the same. Things like your hidden talents, your parents' love, or your biggest dreams are always there, beautiful and precious, even if you can't see them right away. Don't dismiss them too quickly.
I understand. I need to light the candle of faith.
Light the candle of patience and faith, and you'll see those miracles appear clearly right before your eyes.